Petpooja inventory unique selling points. This video will explain you the benefits of using inventory and what are the key metrics on which you as an owner should keep an eye to control or keep your operations in check. We'll begin with knowing the common benefits of using inventory. The first benefit is of getting accurate consumption data. If inventory and stock management is done properly inside the software, the data bank that you will get from the software will be useful to you for making certain decisions. These decisions will essentially automate too many tedious processes in your operations and make it smoother. Other than that, this data can be used for n number of visualizations and interpretations, which can actually help you grow your business. The second point is of track inventory in real time. With our software, you can actually know the amount of stock present at your different outlets and whether they are in transit or not. How much stock was approved, how much was delivered, XYZ. This helps you to know how much amount or how much cash flow is parked in the form of stocks using our inventory software. Third point is reduce time and efforts. As we know, any restaurant inventory is made up of hundreds of raw materials, and to manage these raw materials is a tedious process. If you start using the inventory software, you can actually train your staff to make necessary entries, and because of those entries, the entire process of purchasing to consuming the raw materials becomes very smooth. This will result to your staff's time or human efforts being reduced, and in turn you will receive higher productivity. Forecast inventory in a better way. With the data set present with you of past ordering history, you can actually analyze that data set and predict the amount of raw materials that you'll need to order for future consumption. Now essentially, if I ordered 1 lakh rupees worth of stock in last Christmas, I'll know that in the upcoming Christmas, I'll need to order at least 1 lakh or 1,10,000 worth of stock. So I can be prepared to meet those demands and adjust my cash flow accordingly. Prevent stockouts and wastage. With today's time of aggregator delivery being such a huge deal for restaurants or F&B outlets, customer experience is of utmost importance for any outlet. One of the reasons for customer experiences going to a declined level would be of stockouts or the wastages that happen in between. These stockouts can be prevented if you start using the inventory software and tracking the item levels, which means if certain stock or certain raw material enters the par stock or minimum stock level, alerts can be generated and you can proceed to purchase those raw materials on an urgent basis. This system can essentially make sure that the customer experience is not hampered because of stockouts. And the last point being improve supply chain operations and control total food cost as well. With inventory tracking, you can actually smoothen your supply chain. You can plan the routes on which the vehicles will deliver the goods from your central kitchen to the outlet. And other than that, once all the entries for accounting and as well as inventory is done inside the software, you can get most accurate representation of food cost with customizations possible. This food cost will essentially help you to monitor your profits and losses, which is a very important component of any inventory software. On my screen, you can see a chart. The link of the same chart is also present in the description. Here we have listed down all the modules and features of Petpooja. And on the right hand side, there are two columns present. One for optimizing resource savings and the second is one for scaling a business. Now, as per our understanding, any business can increase productivity by two methods. The first one being saving the existing resources on which money is being spent, whether it is human resource or technical resource or anything. And the second method is by scaling the business, where you can acquire more customers, merge with another brand, acquire another brand, do marketing, XYZ. There's also another case where both of the methods are applied to our features. So you can yourself check out this chart and understand why using a particular feature or a module is very necessary for your business. Now we'll move on to inventory key metrics. Key metrics are all those components on which the senior manager or the owner has to keep an eye to prevent losses from incurring. The first key metrics is of inventory dashboard. Inventory dashboard is the collection of all the activities taking place inside the umbrella of your brand or the outlet. It can show you the bird's eye view of how much amount is invested and where is it invested. The second is purchase order approval. With this function, you can essentially control and set up a mechanism where the purchase orders generated at the outlet level are approved from a senior party and then only the order is placed. This helps you to keep your purchases in check, and if there are certain mistakes done in the order generation, you can correct them during the approval level as well. The third feature is of wastage, where you can check the amount of stock being wasted inside your outlet. And these wastages can be kept in control to minimize your losses. The next function would be a food costing report, where you can ascertain the food cost as per the order or as per the date range. Opening closing report. This report essentially helps you to know the stock movement from day start to day end. Then comes manual adjustment report. All of the adjustments done by the staff during the period when they will be inputting closing stock will be displayed in this report. If the variance is higher, then you can actually take steps for the same or talk to your staff about the variance being a problem. Monthly earnings and expense report. A clear view of how much revenue was earned and what were the expenses incurred during that time period, and what was the net profit that you generated during that period. Stock summary report, where you can get an idea of the stock moving where as per the raw material. So for example, if one raw material was sold or wasted or consumed in the outlet, all these details are available inside this report. And the last one being purchase order variance report. If a purchase request or purchase order was generated and there were changes made during the approval level, or there were changes made during the dispatch level from the outlet or from the central kitchen, these things can be mapped inside this report. So this was all about why you should use Petpooja inventory to streamline your operations and what are the benefits that you can get out of using this software. Thank you.